Hi everyone, I'm your professor for Chemistry and Society for this summer. Name is Dr. Bryce Marquis. I look forward to seeing y'all next week as we begin class. I want to make this little video just to help you guys get prepared for what we have coming up. First of all, and foremost, we do not have lab on Monday, the first day of class, which I believe should know that. I believe that's Monday, June 2nd. That's right. So once again, no lab, Monday, June 2nd. We will meet at lecture that day, so I will see you all at 10 a.m. And then we'll start lab the next day. So I also want to talk a little about the required materials for this course. So if any of you guys went to the bookstore, you saw that this book was on hold at the bookstore for you guys. This is Chemistry in Context. It's a really great book. This is the 8th edition. It's great. But I will say this is almost identical to the 7th edition and the 6th edition and at least the 5th edition. So if anyone wants to save a few bucks and order it online or find a used copy somewhere, you can go ahead and use those. There might be some slight changes in the page numbers, but we can talk about it. Basically, you all have been in this for a while. Get frustrated with the publishing industry that every single year they just change a couple things and next thing you know they're selling a new book. I will tell you these are much cheaper if you buy them online and they are basically identical. So again, you can go back all the way to at least the 5th edition, but 6th or 7th, those are fine too. It's all essentially the same book. There's a couple of updates, the newest one, but it's definitely not worth the price increase. So if you can get one of those, go for it. The other thing you're going to need is lab manual. Okay. Now, again, this is sort of similar. I haven't gone back and looked at all the versions, but I looked at the 7th and 6th edition. All right, this is the 8th edition. 7th and 6th edition will work. All right, it's going to be a little bit complicated because a lot of the numbers are changed around, and there's in fact one experiment in the 7th and 6th edition that is not in this one, but we will be able to work around that if that's the case. So, again, this is the 8th edition. This was in the bookstore. But again, if you want to get the 7th or 6th edition, you can do that. And one thing you may worry about if you look at some of these editions, some of these come with worksheets in them that you fill out. I will be providing the worksheets to you guys. So if you get a copy that's already been written and filled out, don't worry about it. You're going to get a fresh copy of that worksheet that you'll be turning in. Okay. With that said, all right. So on Monday or Tuesday when we start lab, you're also going to need some laboratory safety goggles. These are, I have information on an email I sent to you. It's also in the syllabus. I will say I would highly recommend if you don't own any, hold out until Tuesday at the beginning of lab. The chemistry club will be selling them for $6 a piece. I think it's about as cheap as you can get them anywhere. And that money all goes to support the chemistry club. So I'd recommend you wait for that if possible. Okay. The other thing I want to mention is we're going to be using some interactive and network mobile technology in class and outside of class, you'll see. And so I'd highly recommend, in fact, you'll be required to bring some sort of device with you to class. And so what I'm talking about is, obviously the most easy thing would be something like if you have a smartphone. Now, you don't necessarily need to have a smartphone per se, like a Google or like an Android or an iPhone or a mobile phone or something like that. You just need to have one that can load up a website, okay? And if you, so something like a tablet will work just as fine, right? We have Wi-Fi in the classroom, so you'll be able to attach by that. You could use a notebook computer if you want, but I would recommend against that if you could find any other solutions like a cell phone, smartphone, or tablet. Just because the laptop's going to be sitting on your desk and you're probably going to want to write at the same time and it can get real cramped real fast. So once again, we're going to, as you see as we go through and talk about some of the web resources we're using, you'll see why this will be important. Okay. So in terms of web resources, I'm going to put some links around the video here for you to get to this. And one is that this class, the home base of this class is going to be Blackboard. And so if you haven't had a lot of experience with Blackboard, you should go ahead and take a look at it. Unfortunately, the class Blackboard site will not be available until Monday, and so you won't be able to see it until then. But what you can do is you log into My UCA, which the link is here. If you go to My Courses and then you select this course, it would be a Blackboard link. I'd highly recommend you sort of bookmark that Blackboard link, and so that way you can get to it real quick. Again, so that's going to be used for a ton of stuff. We're using it for class communications. Of course, calendar is going to be on there, the syllabus, lecture notes, old exams, practice problems, I'll post videos and stuff like that as well. So again, Blackboard will be the home base. This video is going to be posted. I'm going to make a little YouTube playlist channel thingy for the course. I'll be putting videos throughout the semester, so some of my own, some are things that I find interesting that you might like that are related to the course as well. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about is GoSoapbox.com. Okay, so GoSoapbox.com is an interactive classroom response system. Some of you may have heard of things like clickers. This is essentially a clicker system, but it has some more features, and you can use a cell phone or iPad or a tablet or laptop. Anything connected to the internet, open a web page can be used, right? That's what this is for. So if you follow this link that I have here, I'd recommend you go ahead and sign up for an account right now. It's free, right? And you're going to log in to this, one of the first things we're doing in class, you're going to log into the GoSoapbox site for this class. You're going to start submitting answers to questions and things like that. So again, this is really important. You need to log in under, you get to sign up, you get to put your name in it, put your real name in that, okay? Because when you submit your answers, I need to see it's your real name, okay? So that's how I'm going to keep track of who's submitted what assignments and things like that. Okay, and finally, we're going to do something new I haven't done before this year. We're going to be doing some stuff with Twitter, some things where we're posting things, sort of course hashtag Twitter hashtag, which is hashtag Chem 1400. So if you don't have a Twitter account, you might want to sign up for one. No, you definitely want to sign up for one to do this. If you do have a Twitter account, I'll leave it up to you. Some people may not feel comfortable sort of mixing their personal life with the class life, and so if you want to make a separate new Twitter account just for this class, like for example, if I wanted to make one that was called UCA Bryce as opposed to Bryce Marquis, which is my regular one, I could make that, and that would be one that I do just for this classroom interaction. That's totally acceptable, but there will be some things where I have you guys, say like finding some sort of chemical in the real world and taking a photo of it where you found it and posting it on Twitter, things like that. That's what we're going to be doing. So, so at any rate, this is going to be a really fun course. I'm looking forward to meeting you all next week. And we're gonna, if you have a lot of questions, I mean, part of what we're doing that first day is helping you set up if you're having a hard time registering and getting connected and all that sort of stuff. But as I said, if you're going to have a hard time bringing some sort of connected device to class, send me an email, let me know, and we'll try and figure out a way to work around it. Okay? So look forward to seeing you all soon.